Welcome back to the third session of AI 101. In the last video, we explored what visual arts can do in all sorts of different applications from inside of one particular program called Midjourney. Now, at this point, we've used language to be able to solve problems using a general tool like ChatGPT. We have used Midjourney to be able to create images that can work with those different things that it created. But sometimes we need something a little bit more specific. We've got a particular industry or challenge or problem that we're trying to solve. And like we talked about in the first video, the territory for artificial intelligence is already expanding at a rapid rate. And there are a lot of people that are building tools which can help you solve particular problems or challenges. Some of these are paid, and we would encourage you to still explore them because the value that you can get out of these tools is absolutely incredible given the price that they are there. But also many of them have free trials. And so we're going to look at one tool in particular called Jasper AI, which is focused on helping people with marketing solutions so that they can take their business or whatever it is that they're trying to create, and they can build for the different platforms and use cases that they are on. We've talked a little bit about this brand new coffee shop owner that now has a 30-day marketing plan, has the starting of a logo in place. Let's see how much of that 30-day marketing plan we can begin to explore from inside of this tool called Jasper. We'll go ahead and load it up. And as you go into your search bar, you'll want to type in Jasper, Jasper.ai, and you'll be met with a screen like this. You can look for a demo or you can get started for free. And right now, Jasper has a 5-day trial, which you can type in. You can get started with the logo, and just like other tools, if you want some more time, feel free to use multiple email addresses. But if you really get value out of the tool, we'd encourage that you explore the mode, because some of the things on the free trial, like the total word count or certain pieces that you can use, you're only going to be able to get in paid. So you can scroll, you can learn a little bit more. But once you're ready, you hit try free. Now, we are Jasper users here at CPM and have been for a good while because we've seen the problems that it can solve, and we would encourage you to explore them too. But once you're in, you will be met inside of this platform. It's going to give you a nice little welcome, and you can explore some different pieces to get started and even earn some additional credits by going through that. So if you're running into the limits of what you're able to do with the free trial, feel free to spend a little bit more time learning, and it will give you some more room to run. Now, just like we saw with ChatGPT, we're broken into this main section and some tools over here on the left. And already Jasper is beginning to explore different tools. We see that it's got all sorts of templates, which is where we're going to be living for most of this section. But there's also a chat tool, which is currently in beta. So there are new tools that are rolling out all the time. Feel free to go back to places like OpenAI or Jasper and explore what new things they are creating. You can build entire documents that you can use to then expand upon. There are certain recipes like cold emails, blog posts, Facebook ads, etc., so that it'll do a lot of the homework and heavy lifting for you. And Jasper also has an art tool that if you want to plug in, you can use as well. But we want to start here on templates. And we'll just take a quick walk down the lane here to see what sort of things that Jasper has already been specialized and customized to be able to help you to do. For those marketing friends that are in the course, you may see some frameworks like ADA, one of the oldest marketing frameworks in the world, which is attention, interest, desire, and action. It's a pre-canned framework in there that we can use to really drive people to action with sound marketing speak. If you're an Amazon provider, you maybe are a small business that sells some things on Amazon and sometimes struggle to know how to optimize it for that platform, or thinking about doing something like FBA. There are a lot of tools inside of Jasper that can get you started and rolling without you needing to have to go learn 300 hours about how to do it. You can get image prompt ideas to use with Jasper Art or other things, so even if you're wanting to explore ways that you can go deeper into Midjourney, other AI tools can help you use other AI tools better. Blog post conclusions, intros and outlines, topic ideas. So every aspect of the blog post, if you're looking to explore particular areas, you can do that. And the list goes on and on. Company bios, content improvers. Maybe you're working on something for a piece of content for social media and you like where it's at, but you wonder how it can be done just a little bit better. It's got tools for all sorts of things. Now, unlike ChatGPT, which tries to create a solution that's going to work really pretty well with everything, Jasper instead decided that they wanted to learn how to do a couple of things really, really well. And this brings us to an important point about artificial intelligence. You're not going to be able to do everything with every tool, but if you are able to get focused on a particular skill and you focus on using that tool to do it really well, it will do that something very, very well. So let's go back to the coffee shop provider. We remember the bonus at the very end was let's get a Google My Business deal started. We see Google My Business, offer posts, product descriptions, event post, and early on in the ChatGPT prompt it said let's start an event. So let's thread that needle. We've got Google My Business, so we'll get started on there, and we're going to showcase this brand new event that we're getting ready to do, and we can have Jasper help us with just about all of that. Here in the middle section, you'll see some different prompt spaces, and so it tells you specifically, tell us about your event. There's a character count here, so you're only going to be able to do about 800 characters, which honestly is quite a lot. You can get as much or as little as you want in there. Then you've also got this tone of voice deal. And next to each one of these, sometimes you'll see a question mark. So if you're potentially looking for a bit more information as to what it is that they're looking for, just hover over that and it'll say, try using different combinations of words like witty, friendly, disappointed, polite. You can even use a personality such as Oprah Winfrey. That's cool. And in AI 201, we're going to have some of our resident AI prompt engineers and our experts expand upon how you can use these concepts in just about every AI tool. But for now, let's talk about the event. We'll say, and the example that it has in there is yoga class on our outdoor patio, free pint of beer, Saturday, March 27th. So there are these different details that we might include. So coffee shop, open house, free, first coffee drink is free, food will be provided, as well as live music, Saturday, January 21st, 2023 at 5. Let's actually do it in the morning. That makes a little bit more sense. 7 a.m. Central Time. And we can say professional, light-hearted. Let's come up with a celebrity, maybe Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman actually has his own coffee company, so we can strike right in the center of all of those. And you can also choose down here all sorts of fun things. Output language. So if you are in a country that is not American, then you can dial in the output language to be specific, and it even has things like formality. So if you speak something like French or Chinese, where some of the words that you can use are going to be a little bit more formal and you want to speak more towards a friend, you can toggle things like the language formalities so that you can really speak into your audience. We can already see that some of the tools that are being built into these free ones are going to help you more specifically do what it is that you're trying to do. Now, we're going to start with the standard 3 prompts, or the 3 outputs, and all we got to do is click generate. And as it spins up, you will see over here on the right, prompts are generated just like that. So the event name, coffee shop, open house, simple enough, and then it gives us different event details. Join us for an open house at your local coffee shop. Coffee is served as well as food. We'll have music and a raffle drawing as well as a chance for some great prizes. Don't miss out on the fun. This event is only going to happen once, so RSVP now. Now that's not bad. We can also scroll through some of the different options and we can see exclusive open house at our new locally owned coffee shop. So even in the beginning, right, there are some changes, some that personalize it and make it more for you. You can also enjoy live music from local musicians. So the point here that we want to drive is that it's gonna have different parts that are gonna be really, really good, but you may find other pieces of other prompts that you like, and you can copy and paste the ones into whatever it is that you're trying to do, and you can use the multiple prompts to be able to come up with the best one. And this brings up a very, very important point. We as a company believe that there are certain things that AI and other tools are going to be absolutely incredible at doing, but we have to remember, a tool is just a tool, and there are certain things that machine can't do. Machines mathematically are not able to look at things from different perspectives without it taking a whole lot of time, and they lack judgment, they lack personality, they lack purpose and substance, and other things that we'll talk about more in the next video. But you are in the driver's seat here. You are the one that has the good judgment to know what the results are and if they are good, if they are bad, if they need a bit of work. So remember, as you're going through and it's spitting all of these things out, don't just copy and paste it without reviewing it. Spend some time, make sure that it looks good, pull the pieces out that you like, and then use that as a starting place for you to be able to get it just as perfect as you can, because human judgment is, for as long as we can see it, going to be the most important thing here to make these tools work for you. So there are certain parts that I like here, certain parts that I don't. If you want to help the people that are making these tools, you can give upvotes and downvotes to help them know what pieces are working or what parts that you really don't like. You can open in a document so that if you want to get a document open and you've got multiple different angles that you're working, remember the blog post where there's all of those different parts, you can get a document started for a blog post and you can use the different prompts to push those things over to that document. You can also star a favorite, like for example, I really like this one. And so that'll make it that whenever I go into my personal favorites down in my account, that I can find that one and I can spend less time copying and pasting, and I can spend more time having AI produce all sorts of really good things, and then I can go into the favorites and I can copy, paste, and go. So, not too shabby. Let's try, just for good measure, one more example. That one was pretty good. We're getting Google My Business going. So let's say that rather than want to piece certain things together, we want to go ahead and on our brand new Wix website, not sponsored video, whether we want to post a blog post on our site or if we want to generate a social media post, let's try out this one-shot blog post idea. Now this promises to write an entire blog post with an intro, body, and conclusion. So we may have to give it a couple of more topics, but I want for you to really see the power that this thing has. So, brand new coffee shop in Topeka, Kansas seeks to create a fun and engaging environment for people to come together and enjoy both coffee and community. We focus on both providing wonderful, world-class coffee options, as well as hands-on tasting trainings and exciting events to help people explore the wonderful world of coffee. Fair enough. Now if we go into the tone of voice, we'll say professional, and actually it stores a couple of them, so we can just go right back in and let Hugh Jackman do his thing, and the intended audience, we will say coffee drinkers in the Midwest. Now, thinking about how long it would take to build a blog post out, this is potentially something that if you really wanted to get it straight, it may take you upwards of half a day, sometimes days. But we're gonna go ahead and generate it and see what happens. It'll It'll spin a little bit longer because we are asking a whole lot of it, but in the grand scheme of things, waiting 15 to 30 seconds when you're gaining days back, not too bad. So we'll see here that it's combining a lot of the different tools that we saw previously, the blog title, the blog body, different sections, etc. And there are even some really cool things that are happening in the background that we may not be thinking about, such as search engine optimization. If we're wanting for our things to be found by the local market, sometimes the titles that we use or the words that we inject into the blog can affect how many people will see it. Jasper is already keeping this into mind and solving those problems before we even know that they're an issue in the first place. So the blog title, Exploring the Wonderful World of Coffee at Our Brand New Coffee Shop in Topeka, Kansas. Honestly, that's really pretty good. Blog introduction, have you ever wanted to explore the wonderful world of coffee but didn't know where to start? Look no further than our exciting new shop in Topeka. We provide a fun and engaging environment for people to come together and enjoy both coffee and community. Our mission is to ensure that everyone has a chance to learn more about this amazing world. I don't know about you, but I'm sold. I'm ready for my next cup of joe, and we haven't even gotten into the blog body yet. It talks about hands-on training, it talks about events, it talks about coffee options, and then provides a nice little conclusion. We've got several hundred words here that have been immediately dialed in, and maybe not all of them are going to be perfect. But think about if it gets you 80% of the way, 85 or 90. And the better we get at telling it what it is that we need, the better it's going to be able to serve you and to give you those things so that you can spend more time doing what it is that you love. Actually out at the events, serving the coffee that you love. Actually spending time working on building the vacation instead of writing the emails to the family. We can see how powerful this is. And whether it is that you're looking at the free tools or if you're diving into specific use cases, artificial intelligence is here to free up an incredible amount of time, to lower the barrier for entry for a lot of these different things, to make it so that we don't have to work so hard, so that we can enjoy those things that humans are uniquely called to do. So, this concludes our brief introduction into the different tools that are right now available for you in the world of artificial intelligence. And we saw that as we go through them, that they're already really pretty user-friendly. But if you caught it, whether we were working on ChatGPT, Midjourney, Jasper, or others, there seems to be this deep importance on how we provide prompts to things. With minor changes, we can go from getting decent results to simply incredible and profoundly powerful results. So we're going to learn next from a couple of people on our team who have put in hundreds and hundreds of hours into using these tools and understanding what is it that artificial intelligence needs from us so that it can do what it's called to do. You're going to learn about a very important topic, one that the world and that CPM calls prompt engineering. And we will discuss how it is that you can interface with these tools to go deeper, further, faster. And I think what you're going to find is that although it's incredibly important, it's going to be a lot easier than you think, and you'll be able to make some wonderful things happen as a result. We'll see you in the next video.